You know, my wife was cremated. I have her ashes. You would think that's closure, right? Do you know I'm still having a hard time accepting my wife passed away? I got to speak to the therapist about this. I really do. Because you would think that's closure right there. That's closure now. I don't know. I still think somehow, some miracle, some way. I know you're gonna be like, oh my God, yeah. That I'll see my wife again. Well, maybe in my dreams. I don't know. Maybe some kind of spiritual connection, right? You speak to all these people out there, they claim that they have the abilities, right? You heard about them, right? That they could speak to people in the afterlife, or I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking anymore. But somehow I'm thinking I could still somehow talk to my wife again. She was in my life for 27 years. Oh my God. It's hard to accept she's gone. She was only 46 years old. She was fine on my daughter's birthday. January 7th, she was singing happy birthday. Oh, I just can't. Man, life could be very unfair. Life could really be unfair. You know, I talked to her too. I put a big, beautiful picture up of her. Beautiful picture. And I talk to her every day. I tell her how much I love her, how much I miss her, how much I need her. How am I going to live without you? How am I going to do it? How am I going to spend the rest of my life without you? Without my best friend, without my lover, my soulmate, my wife, my companion, the mother of my children? How am I going to do it? I have no choice. I wake up in the middle of the night and I say, Jennifer's downstairs. That's what I think to myself. I'm like, she's downstairs. She's waiting for me. She's waiting for me, my wife. And I go downstairs. I'm looking around like, Jen. I'm like, oh, she's not there, right? And then I realize it. This happens to me a lot. This happens to me a lot. I don't know. A lot of people say that this is normal. They say that it takes an extremely long time to get over something this great of a loss. And of course, I'm dealing with my mother too. My mother passed away only 2 weeks after my wife. I'm devastated over that. I mean, because I was hoping my mom was going to be the one to save me. I was hoping my mom was going to be the one to really be here for me and to get me through this. It's the greatest hurt of my life, losing my wife, Jennifer. But then I lose my mom, in addition to losing my wife in 2 weeks. How do you deal with something like this? I don't know. I really don't know. People say time heals. People say therapy. I look all around the house. I got her clothes everywhere. My wife, I got her boots. How do you deal with something like this? How did this happen? I don't know. I know. I guess I always knew in my heart that my wife, was dealing with cancer. 10 years strong. 10 years. She was definitely a warrior. I guess somewhere in my subconscious, I said, this is going to happen one day. She's going to pass away. She didn't pass away from cancer. It was a respiratory thing. Cancer was obviously a part of it, because I think that it was the cancer in the brain that caused her to be able to not chew and swallow, which led to the aspiration pneumonia and the respiratory difficulties. So cancer definitely played a part, but technically it was another issue that she passed away from, respiratory. I just can't believe it. I thought I was going to save her. I tried everything. I mean, everyone said it to me. All the nurses, all the doctors, they said, we have never seen a person try to save someone the way you tried to save your wife. I was there every day. I poured all my love, all my heart and soul into her every day. So same thing with my children, our children. I mean, she passed away with so much love and support that we gave her, more than I think you could give to any other human being. But with all that said, I still can't accept she's gone. I still feel her presence. I feel it. I mean, my ears are ringing. Maybe that is her. I hear my ears are ringing all the time. I go outside the house, my ears don't ring anymore. I'm inside the house, my ears are ringing. Is that crazy? I hear it right now. I don't know. I wish there was a way to go back in time, right? Think about Back to the Future, going to like a time machine. I'd go back to the day before September 11th. I would like to save everybody if I could from that day. Just tell everybody, don't go to work. Do not go to work that day. That day is something we'll never forget, but it took away so many innocent lives. So many families were affected. My family, my children, all of us were affected. We lost Jennifer. We lost the best mother, the best wife, the best human being, the best woman on earth. She was the best. I have to find a way to accept that she's gone. I don't know how. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. People say time. People say therapy. This is not what I wanted. I guess nobody wants to lose the love of their life, right? No one wants to lose their loved ones. But this was not the way it was supposed to be. We had a family. We just 2 months ago, it's crazy. Well, we'll just say, let's go back to January, the month of January, the beginning of January. I was so happy with life. I was pro-life. I was just the happiest man in the world, the best family. I still do. I still got my kids. Thank God. Amen. But I had it all. I had everything. I had my mom. And now I don't have my mom. I don't have my wife. I have all this emptiness inside my heart. And you wonder if, is there any way to still have this person in your life? There's spiritual beliefs. People have spiritual beliefs. People believe that one day you'll see them again. That's the belief, you'll see them. You pass away. Can you take the love with you? And if you could take the love with you, then Jennifer still loves us, right? Doesn't she still love me and love the kids? And if that's true, can she in some way express that love to us in some way? Could she show us that she loves us and that she still is thinking about us or that she's here? I don't know. That's spiritual stuff, right? But I don't know. It's hard for me to accept. After 19 years of marriage, April was going to be our 20th marriage, our 20th year of our marriage anniversary. April 9th. It was right here. It was right around the corner. It was coming. It's hard for me to accept. I knew for 27 years. It's hard for me to accept that she's gone. Even though she was cremated, I have her ashes. The guy at the funeral home was like, "You must have closure now, right?" The guy said to me, "Bob." I said, "Try again, Bob." He goes, "Still no closure?" "Nope, not yet." I don't know. I just can't believe this is real still. That's another thing. I still think that maybe at some point this is like I'm in the Twilight Zone or I'm in a nightmare. This is not real life. Like I think of this movie, I think it was called The Family Man with Nicolas Cage. It shows like different like parts of what your life could have been. You know what I mean? It shows different like parts. Could that have happened to me? Could I have somehow gotten to some kind of a Twilight Zone or some kind of a wormhole? I don't know. And they put me in some kind of a temporary life where I don't have my wife and I don't have my mom. But at some point, I'm going to go back to the real world. I'm going to wake up. Like that show From. Like that's what they thought. They thought they were in some kind of a nightmare, a dream or something. When are you going to get back home? When are you going to get back to reality? I don't know. But everything seems real. I'm on YouTube, right? I got my kids. I got my dogs. I'm in my house. But I don't have my mom. I don't have my wife. Everything else seems real. I go to the pizzeria. I see the same pizza guy. I go to the Italian restaurant. I see all the same people. Everybody's still the same. Life is still the same. Except I don't have my wife. I don't have my mom. All very recently. Like they both passed away within just 2 weeks. It's all happened very quick. It just doesn't seem right. Please read the description of this video. If you have a good heart, you know, you'd like to help my family in our greatest time of need. I think I would love to take the kids on a nice big vacation. Definitely need to get away, I think. You know, spring break is coming up now. Depending on the support I get, I could take them on a beautiful trip. I'll film it. God bless all of you. Please read the description of this video. But here, I'll show you. My Cash App, right here, is the $ RichardLevoi. It's the $ RichardLevoi. There's no space, no underscore in between my first and my last name. So it is the $ RichardLevoi. Any Cash App would be greatly appreciated to help me and my kids take them on a big trip. I will give you a big shout out, a huge shout out. All right, and all this information is in the description of this video. God bless you and your family.